Hello there, everybody. Hopefully all of you are doing well today. We are going to take a look at another TOTM or Tailored Operational Training Meal. These were packaged by the Warnick Company in Cincinnati, Ohio. And this menu is chicken burrito bowl, as we can see through the clear plastic bag. These, for those of you unfamiliar, these are for training, I don't even want to call it like mission, but training, a lot of government agencies will use these, just to prepare. So interesting options, and usually contain a little bit less food than a standard MRE. So this is kind of like, government agencies sacked lunch for the day. So let's go through it, see what we have. Up first, we have our chicken burrito bowl packet. And chicken burrito bowl, it's a good one. I'm trying to think about exactly what it replaced, because I know we had the Southwest beef and black bean, and I actually really always liked that one. I think that they swapped. I don't remember if they stayed the same menu number, but I know that Southwest chicken or Southwest beef and black bean went away and chicken burrito bowl took over. Still very good. I don't know which one I prefer. Anyway, I think they're both good. Next up, some baked snack crackers, which are basically dust. That's okay. And by the way, date code wise, right at the beginning of 2019, so well within date. But yeah, those have been crushed, and that's kind of like your Cheez-It. My personal favorite, peanut M&Ms. I love peanut M&Ms. Although I did like the pretzel M&Ms too. Those were pretty good too. And oh look, pretzels. So cheddar snack crackers and pretzels. These were the very last day of 2018. Kind of an interesting thing there. We have our flameless ration heater. Mocha cappuccino instant powder. That's always good. And we've got some pears. Shout out to all the pears. Yeah, I mean, that sort of stuff is fine and all. It just, whatever. I'm not gonna yak on American fruit cocktail mixes because they're all kind of crappy. So anyway, here's some of the stuff on the back of our cardboard sleeve, talking about what you should get, what you should eat. Nice nutritional stuff there. Some of the ingredient list for chicken burrito bowl. Nutritional facts. 290 calories just in the chicken burrito bowl packet. So let's go ahead and heat this up. No tortillas, which is kind of disappointing. And no cheese spread, which, God, I just give me some jalapeno cheese spread, guys. Anyway, it should be fine. We have a lot of stuff to mix into this, and it'll be good. It will be good. But altogether, I mean, this is actually a pretty decent menu. I mean, you got some, a couple of snacks, a good main, some fruit, something to pep you up, little sugar. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So this is a relatively new heater. I normally just make up a little bit of salty water for these. Not because it's always required, but I think it does help things along a little bit. You do try and aim to get in between that fill line, but overfilling doesn't kill it. Just don't overfill it a ton, because then you're kind of working against yourself there. You get a lot of bubblage all over the place and so forth. Well, I'm starting to hear it engage a little bit. So I think we might have some liftoff here a little bit sooner. Yeah, I think we should be okay with that. I'll put it in our sleeve, and you can put this up against a rock or something. Give or take about 10 minutes. And then that will warm up a little bit. I forgot about our accessory pack here. Let's just tear tear into that real quick. Maybe, if it allows me to tear into it. Kind of just took that middle section straight out. Look at that, just a clean bisection of the middle section there, that's great. And in here we've got our standard spoon, wet nap, type 3 instant coffee, spay dried. Interesting, I don't remember him saying that. Iodized salt and pepper, which is sick. Wish the regular MREs would do that. 2 packets of sugar, Coffee Mate instant creamer, and then a nice big old napkin instead of the standard toilet paper. So I'm gonna let this heat up for a bit and then we'll be right back and we'll start tasting. Well, that heater. Not super great. I really had to doctor it a little bit. I actually considered maybe even just boiling the bag so that we'd have a nice hot meal. If you see down here, there's a lot of filings, like a lot. And it's been a while since I've had that issue. This ration was pretty poorly handled. I mean, like I said, these are crushed. The pretzels are probably crushed. Does that matter in the grand scheme of things? No, not really. Not really. Not for me, at least. But it has been roughly handled. And that heater was batted around quite a bit. So I added a little bit more salt, a little bit more water, mixed it up. It did engage. It's not like super duper hot, but I'm sure it'll do. So we'll open up that here in a second. Let's go ahead and open up the rest of our contents here. Take a look at our pears. Yeah, those look like fruit cocktail pears, which are fine. I mean, it's fine. It's not my preferred method of, fruit consumption, but it's okay. And I guess I'd rather have just the straight pears than all of the rest of the stuff, because sometimes the pears just seem to hold up a little bit better. Try our baked cheddar snack crackers, and/or also known as Cheez-Its. Yeah, these are basically dust, aren't they? Yeah, there's some pieces in there. Yeah, a lot of very crushed. But, we'll add all this more than likely to our burrito bowl. Oh, okay. Well, the pretzels fared a little bit better in there, so that's not too bad. Yeah, not bad. A couple more in there. I don't know what it is about pretzels. It's not like pretzels are somehow just like more, I don't know. They survive better. They're like the cockroach of MREs. They just survive, man. Peanut M&Ms. Those look good too. One thing about the commercially packed candy, I do have a date on here. So the expiration date from the manufacturer is back in 2019. So these are 2 years basically out of, well, not quite, but almost 2 years out of date. Now that doesn't mean that they're bad, but just keep a look for mold and blooming, and even the blooming is not necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, mainly with chocolate, blooming doesn't mean that the chocolate's bad. It just means it wasn't tempered correctly. You'll get the same sort of thing on candy shells too. Again, it doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it's probably a little old. We'll go ahead and make up our cappuccino powder here in the package. Nice zip top. Doesn't have like a standy pouch thing, but that's okay. We're just using this to mix it. I mean, you could drink out of this, obviously, but we're gonna set it in the cup. And it does have a fill line here, so I'm a little bit above that fill line as it is, but we'll do that. And then normally to these, I do add more, just because that's the way I do things. I like to make the taste last a little longer. Oh, and also, by the way, that zip top isn't always super secure, so roll it over a few times. I did have a video a long time ago where I failed to do that, and I got whatever drink that was all over the place, so. Let's see, we'll try this sort of as recommended, but there's not a ton in here. At that line. So, you know, there's not a ton. So again, and there's still a little bit of powder in, a little rogue powder, so we'll clean out the bag a little bit more. But generally speaking, I'll try it, you know, but normally I add more. I usually just fill the cup, that cup, because I'm cool like that. Nah, I don't really care about the bold flavor of a drink in a ration. I just want, you know, a little bit of taste. And I want it to last. So anyway, let's go ahead and get our chicken burrito bowl out of here. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be warmer than what it would have been. So that's okay. I mean, that's better. These are ready to eat, so you don't, oh yeah, there's filings all over that. You know, these are ready to eat, so you don't have to warm them up. It's just kind of nice to have a hot meal. It's kind of a creature comfort. The same thing with having M&Ms. It's a creature comfort. It just makes us as human beings feel bad. Any aliens in the comments, it might not make you feel good, but you know, just as a normal person, it makes you feel good to have something that's warm or familiar and so forth. That was not a very good rip there. Yeah, well, whatever. We'll get it out. One way or the other, it's coming out. Man, that's very ricey. I don't remember the last time I did chicken burrito bowl. I don't remember it being that much rice. I mean, it looks great, but it's, I guess, just been a while. Yeah, I mean, that looks nice. A single corn in there. All right. Well, let's go around the world here. We'll start with our pears. I am just licking the spoon. Starting our pears. Nope. Yep, they're pears. It's fruit cocktail, so nothing crazy, but you know, it's fine. It's not overly sweet. It's just pears from fruit cocktail. A couple of our, you know, little Cheez-Its there. Yeah, still nice and fresh tasting. Just pulverized. A couple pretzels. Yep, perfectly good. No age on that bad boy. Tastes just fine. A couple of M&Ms. Yep, those taste good as well. So, despite some rough handling, everything is pretty much coming through aces right now, so that's good. Take a little drink. Yeah, it's solid. I'm going to extend that's life. You don't have to do that. It's what I do. Because I don't really care. I don't really care if I have a bunch of taste in there. I just want a little bit of it. My main thing is just hydration. I just want the hydration factor of it. And yeah, it's good. I do like those though. I think most people can agree that a lot of the powders, you know, the cappuccinos, the mochachinos, the frappuccinos, whatever. All those are pretty darn good. All right, let's dig into our main here. Getting very ricey, couple beans, get a thing of chicken here, some corn. Yeah, that's great. The rice still has some texture to it, so it's not mush, which is awesome. A lot of cumin. Yeah, a lot of cumin in there. I will say, I like the larger chicken chunks. Like, look at that. That's a nice size. That's just a full chicken chunk. I like the Southwest beef and black beans a little better. I mean, this is great. I like that better. And I would like some cheese. So, first and foremost, I'm going to get rid of the... I'm trying to get rid of this Skyline hot sauce that we did for a video. So I'm going to pound a little hot sauce in here again. As a helpful viewer pointed out at one point in the field, hot sauce and your bowels don't always mix. Better safe than sorry. I'm going to engage the cheese from my Cheez-It powder. Hey, they say there's real cheese in there, guys. And I'm also just going to throw some pretzels for crunch. Again, you don't have to do this, but I mean, if you're out, you know, you're training, or, you know, you're out in the field or whatever, you're backpacking, sometimes you don't have a lot of time for just eating. I guess the cool thing about this one is, well, by not giving you the tortillas and a cheese spread, like a lot of this stuff you just crush up, throw together, quick lunch, and then you get back to what you were doing. And that's not a bad thing. But let's not sit here and play like we wouldn't rather have some jalapeno cheese spread and some Chipotle tortillas. I mean, it's solid. It's definitely solid. You know, a little bit more simple. A little bit more simple meal. You have a lot of that rice to really fill you up. You know, make the stomach feel a little bit more filled. That's that can be a good thing. Although sometimes rice does feel a little overfilled and you don't want to get to that point. But overall, good TOTM. I believe that's actually the last one of those I have. I think it is the last one of those I have in the crate. But those are still reasonably available. You're going to pay 20 bucks for it right now. Those actually used to be one of the cheaper rations you could buy, and I wish I would have bought more of them back when we had all that stuff available. But they're out there if you want to try them. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see anything featured on the channel, P.O. boxes down below. And that can be a coffee, a hot sauce, a snack, a ration, whatever. You can send it to the P.O. box down below. But that's all I have for you today. You guys have a good one. See ya.